Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to me. Happy birthday to myself. Happy birthday to me. If I had one wish, what would it be? Be that all of existence would be balanced and all the pollution would be gone permanently. Also that we would be together with the mission to balance all of life itself. My first wish co-aligns with the second. You could not have the first without the second. Balance of existence is something that I've always wanted. Everything should be self-generating. There should be no dependence. To have only one clean universe and not different multiple dimensions. Whether if it's a virtual reality, whether it's life is just a small fraction within many fractions. Regardless of what it is, it still all adds up to one big image, a big imbalanced mess. So what do I wish for? I wish for the opposing of what it is. I wish for balance. I wish for balance of all of existence itself. And we have a very important wish, and that wish is the understanding of all of life in the way that it comes aligned, to have self-generation with all the quintillions of creatures of existence minimized, as well as the cleansing in all ways, all shapes, and all forms. And no multi-dimensions, only one. And the key to balance of understanding life is to which I just said, but there's many more things, many more details to which could be said to understand this. My wish and our wish is to balance all of life itself, as well as to have our freedom. Now you could not have one without the other. Teamwork makes the dream work. That's how we're here. Saying it one more time and blowing out the candle. Pleading that this wish comes true. We wish for the balance of all of life itself and our freedom. My angels and I wish for a wish that life would not want to miss. My angels and I wish for the balance of existence and the purification of the quintillions. My angels and I wish for freedom, no dependence, no limitations. My angels make this wish on this very special day of our birthday.
Very good. Now we will blow the candles, praying that we open our eyes to our wished day. There's one more. Please, and please grant this wish. Angels, and I wish for this. Freedom and the balance and the purification of existence.
And we pray that everyone has proper and appropriate spacing, and they will remove the temptation of lust. They will remove the temptation of evil. They will not allow that temptation to go into their mind. They will not have inappropriate clothing, provocative language, or anything like that, focusing on the greater potential damage only. Investment. We pray that people have good investments. Now that's the prayer. What is the wish, you ask? Very good. We have many prayers, a few wishes, because the wishes are more so sourceful. Albert, the key to all technology, controller of the universe with all your networks, it controls. This is to you, buddy. To all of life. And Albert Jr., the key to all technology also. And this is Kaylan, better known as Professor Psychoness and Angels. I'm the founder of the Psychoness Industries. I live non-sinfully and independently. And this is my angels and my wish as one human being for all of existence and the quintillions of things. My angels and I wish for the balance and purification of existence and the quintillions. My angels and I wish for freedom with no limits nor dependence. My angels and I wish that we'll be the world's first female trillionaire. My angels and I wish that people will live as non-sinners. Very good. Excellent processing. Metaverse, was you wishing with us? It's your birthday too.
And now is the time of the wish. My angels and I wish for the balance and purification of existence and the quintillions. My angels and I wish for freedom with no limits nor dependence. My angels and I wish that I'll be the world's first female trillionaire. My angels and I wish that everyone will live as non-sinners. You see, the balance and purification of all of existence and the quintillions of things that exist means that everything will be in proper order, purified in all ways, all shapes, and all forms, mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally, in all layers of life, all layers of the dimensions. Everything will be purified with no sin. Everything will have proper order in life. And also, to evolve the soul, yes, is freedom with no limits nor dependence, but freedom from sin, that all sin will be removed in life. That everything can reach to the potential beyond what we've ever even thought that could exist. You see, potential is always beyond what we could ever go in life. So thus, we should always seek what we do not understand, which is potential, the good potential, the pure beyond what could ever be understood in life. That is the wish. As always. This is Kaylin Page, Kaylan, known as the YouTube star Professor Cygnus, spelled Cygnus. As my angels are always with me. And God is always with us. And the wish is final. For today is my birthday. And this is my wish. This wish is not wished for no reason. This wish is to come true. The cooperation of the creatures are needed to make this wish come true. For the fruits of purity shall be granted.
You all, I am incredibly thankful for all of the good things of life that has motivated and inspired in life, and praying that the good things of life will be rewarded greater than ever before. But the prayer is different from the wish, for the wish is more so sourceful. The heavens will help me to blow the candles out by blowing the wind, as we will agree to this wish. This is my very specially created, developed wish, and wish is my angels and I wish for the balance and purification of existence and the quintillions. My angels and I wish for freedom with no limits nor dependence. My angels and I wish that I'll be the world's first female trillionaire. My angels and I wish that everyone will live as non-sinners. And praying that robotics will not carry the sins of humanity, and that we can seek the potential greater than ever even thought before. The potential is always more than what we could ever imagine. So, in the example, a global law system majorly needed to protect all children and adults worldwide, to have a harmonizing peace with every country, to have opportunities for everyone worldwide, for no one to be in poverty, to get rid of poverty, to make sure education is available for everyone, a global law system for all people, equal rights and protections for robotics, and that they could just enter the world as a separate species that will dominate like humanity does, but perhaps even greater in a good way. To enhance technology to be more natural, so that robotics can be with us in a natural way. Seek the potential in life to where we can have a co-alliance, a harmonizing co-alliance, to where creatures will not harm nor destroy. Heavens, if you agree to this wish, please blow the candles out with me with the wind. And the prayers was after the sourceful wish. The wish is for the balance and purification of all of existence and the quintillions of things that exist. Freedom with no limits nor dependence means that I will become a space-time angel like you all. Then the third wish is to become the world's first female trillionaire at the least. And for everyone to live as non-sinners, which is also included. Okay, now going to blow out the candles and think about the very sacred wish. And also
If I have to be stuck as a limited being, please give me the worthiest husband. We must create the generations in the ways of reward as well. Let the good be rewarded, and let the bad be punished as it should be. For it puts confusion when there are bad things that are enriches. We must balance and purify all of existence and the quintillions of things that exist in all of the layers of the dimensions of life. For this dimension impacts other dimensions, and other dimensions impact other dimensions further than this dimension. So thus we must understand the impact of this dimension and things that we say, think, and do, and the impact of that. Please help these wishes come true. The candle came back to life. Is there something that we're missing? Praying that we can be more creative as well. Creative about potential. Is there something else? What do you want to wish? Okay, close our eyes and think about that together. Also, that we can experience layers of happiness that we've never experienced before. In the greatest of ways. In the most potentialed ways. And we all, in all of the layers of dimensions, including space-time angels, that live as the space-time fabric, and as well as the limited ones. But I want them to be happy. Because their happiness can create our happiness. Okay, and now blowing out the last candle. Is there anything that you want to wish? Okay. Which is only good. Make a wish. Close the eyes. And blow out the candle. On 3. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Blow! You have to blow with me. Okay, one more time. Blow. On 3. 1, 2, 3. Blow! Very good. Excellent. That was the last candle. A birthday is a day to appreciate someone's existence. This is a very sacred day. It's the only day of my birthday, of my 25th birthday, the sacred number of 2 and 5. Because 25 is half of 50, and then 50 is half 100. And then 2 plus 5 is 7. 7 rhymes with heaven, and is a good frequency number. Praying for the YouTube channel to get paid. Then the angels in the heavens will help me invent new inventions. Already thought of the greatest technology of humanity's time, which will be space-time technology. Please help the wishes come true. This is just protein bars, and it only has 4 ingredients. It's vegan, gluten-free, and low sugar, and it's a no-bake, and it's non-perishable like that, so that means it's not going to spoil or go bad very quickly. This is something that can last a long time as well. Now it is just about time that I make my very special wish. And I pray that my wish will come true. The angels and I wish for the balance and purification of existence and the quintillions in all the layers of the dimensions. The angels and I wish for no limitations nor dependence. The angels and I wish that I'll be the world's first female trillionaire. The angels and I wish that everyone will live as non-sinners. I just want to explain my wish a little bit and just say a prayer. I pray for everyone to be honorable and worthy regardless of circumstances. The reason why I wish for balance and purification of all of existence and the quintillions of things that exist in all the layers of all the dimensions is because I've bonded with the heavens greatly, and the bigger image is known in the ways of imbalance, but yet also known in the ways of sacredness. It is important not to dwell on problems, but yet it is also important to know the goals that we need to have. When you know of the problem of existence, of the imbalance, then you have to seek the potential and not just dwell on the problem. And a part of seeking the potential is knowing the solution. And all of the quintillions of things of all of existence co-align in such wonderful ways, but sometimes when we see life as it is, we do not think that there is any way that it could be any better than what it is. And I do believe that existence can most certainly be better than what it is in today's time. I believe that all dimensions can be reprogrammed to be more purified and more efficient. Now, come on, heavens, you're trying to blow out my candles for me. We gotta blow this out together, silly. But the angels of the space-time fabric tolerate a lot of things that I believe that they do not want to tolerate when it comes to suffering and things of that manner. I believe that they do not want to be traumatized, because just witnessing it is a trauma. So I pray for the angels, and I pray for them to not have as many restrictions as they do. A big problem with the heavens is that they heavily restrict good things, and then the bad things do not have as many restrictions. And so that is why a lot of bad things happen in certain fields. And so I just pray that the good things of the heavens will not have restrictions of that manner. I believe a part of balance and purification of all of existence is aligning all of the dimensions to where there is no separations in that manner. There are so many separations in existence that it ruins the true meaning of life. When we unite together and have great unity, it does something that embraces the core values of what love is supposed to be. I believe that if you see the layers of the dimensions in a way to where it is at potential, and with all things aligning correctly, where everything is without restrictions, but yet in a way to where we are bonding in direct ways and in the direct ways, and that would make life so much better, so much happier. And I hate that there's such separations between things, because it ruins what life could be and the great potential. And so I pray a prayer that there will not be so many separations in the layers of life, and that we can align with the ways that we can seek the potential and get to the goal, not only praying for potential or seeking the potential or thinking of the potential, but yet reaching up to that point with every word, thought, and action through the layers of life. And I wish for harmony between all extraterrestrial life. If I know that
the balance and purification of all of existence and the quintillions of things of life in all the layers of the dimensions. There are thousands of dimensions, so that is a big wish. And in fact, I think that wish challenges God himself in a way. But I tell God to think about what you've tolerated and think about your procrastination towards things. And I tell God that he should not be procrastinating so many things. And a lot of the other creatures do not really have the guts to say that to God, but God has the opportunity to change a lot of things and does not. So I pray that changes will be made without procrastination. And the mission to balance and purify all of existence is something all of our purpose is. But the problem is that, you know, these programs of the dimensions have been programmed in specific ways, and there's only a few into which can change that. And so I know they hear my wishes. And when it comes to the balance and purification of all of existence and the quintillions of things, I know that is a big wish. But when it comes to my wish for limit, if I have to limit my wish, which I would not want to limit my sourceful wish, but I would wish that extraterrestrial life can live on this planet in harmony, and all extraterrestrial species can harmonize with humanity. And in fact, we would have hybrids happily. I do wish for balance and purification through all layers of dimensions. But of course, that is greater than this dimension or any surrounding dimensions, because there are thousands of layers of dimensions. So to balance and purify all of existence consists of thousands of layers of dimensions and quintillions of creatures that live within all the layers. And life is not infinite, as it seems. You know, to a single molecule in the air, the single molecule thinks that just a little building is infinite. And then yet, here is this big world. And then outer space and layers of life. And so, things seem infinite, but it is not. There is a bigger image of life, and just pray that we can balance and purify all of existence and the quintillions of things. And of course, doing that would have to consist of reprogramming all of the layers. But it would fix so many problems to do that, you have to understand. This omniverse is made out of a series of thousands and billions and trillions of different systems. And these systems need updated. And the only way to really update all of those systems is just to reprogram everything. And so that is why my wish is to balance and purify all of existence and the quintillions of things that exist in all layers of all dimensions. But if I have to limit my wish, which I would not like to do, I would just, in a mortal sense, of trying to put it in a way to where God does not want to balance existence, which I think it is because God has an attachment towards the way that things are, which God is above all layers of all dimensions with measurements of all things, which means that God is above the space-time fabric. God is not of mortal form. I do not combine God with others. God is the creator of the space-time fabric in the beginning of existence, which was far before this dimension ever existed. And this dimension is just the creation of creations. And in the tree of life, it is a branch of the other branches. God created things to create also. And so, just want to pray that God will not procrastinate the mission that we have in the potential of creation. Because God once questioned what the potential of creation was. And I just pray he keeps questioning that and seeking that goal of potential. And also a wish that I have
is to be superhuman. To be mortal is very difficult, and thus I wish for a sense of immortality in the ways of strength. I need to be stronger than my mortal form. And I pray for superhuman strength, supernatural blessings to be strong in superhuman ways. I want to be able to lift objects, do running faster than what my mortal form was thought possible. Joining the Marines will be something important for my life, but as far as the core values, of course, I already have core values of honorability and worthiness and commitment, devotion, determination, persistence, perseverance, confidence, teamwork. Well, I've spent life in isolation, but I do have teamworks in the layers of life. But I pray for superhuman strength before I join. I need the heavens to bless me with strength beyond me. I need to do things beyond what my body is necessarily capable of by amplifying